welcome back to another one. So in this one, we're going to be playing. This lesson is really exercise my for those that are in it's an exercise for my intermediate student, especially for those of you that you cannot play wide chords like this. You have issues playing chords like this. You cannot open up your chords like this. When you see such chords in songs, you're like, how are this chords, how are they formed? Why are they so difficult to play? So in this lesson, I'll be giving you some exercise. You'll find it in the intermediate series also, where I teach theories and exercise as well. Find it on the channel. Upright. Let's move on to what we're doing today. So today we want to stretch the left hand, and we also want to make the right hand uncomfortable. So I feel the right hand has been too comfortable. It's not really playing some stops. But there are some stops you need to prepare the right hand for, and the left hand for also. So for the very first exercise, we're going to be stretching from the 1 up to the 3. So it's going to be like this. So I could do do, re, mi, re. You see? It's an exercise. I'll go to F. I'm using the circle of 4th and 5th. So you see, it's opening and closing. Then I go to B flat. See, now for B flat, you'll notice that you might not be able to make that stretch. So this is where the exercise starts, or this is where it starts getting interesting. So when you get to B flat, all you want to do is, when you do do, re, mi, when you get to that mi, if your fingers are not so big, so play it like this. So we already know your target was a mi. You're going to sound like do, re, mi, re, do, re. All right. Then for the next one is going to be B, E flat. So same thing. That same stretch. So next is going to be A flat. Now for A flat is difficult because you can't hold these two. This will not sound well because we are thinking that we are moving in keys. All right. So in the key of A flat, do di re mo, that's a more, has a flat third or sharp 2. So meaning it can work. This is our target. So I could do do re mi. I could do do re mi. So you do it that way. Do re mi. You see? So do re. This is what a lot of people use when you hear things like I want to play the 4. I could do like this. You see, in order to be able to make those crossings on your left hand, you need an exercise. All right. So even though you're trying to play it in some songs, you've heard it, you're trying to play it, you also need an exercise to help you open. So what you will notice is, while you play this exercise, you're going to be stressing this and this fingers. All right, for that left hand. So I could do do re. You see, let's go to C sharp. For C sharp, same thing. You see, unless if you know your fingers are big enough and you can play this, do it. But my fingers are not big or long enough, so I just do. So do re, then do mi as an exercise. So do re, do mi, do re, do mi, re, do re, do mi, re, do re, do mi, re. F sharp also, but F sharp is going to be simple. You see, because it's easy there. Then you have your A flats. So Sometimes some people can do it. I tried, right? Tried. So I'm not going to do it. It's too much for me, but I could try. I could do. Then I could stretch. And I'll stay there. So I'm actually practicing. I'm trying to open up the fingers to open up possibilities for me to be able to play. See, I'm going to stay there for a while. So uncomfortable, but I will release it. So most times when you're playing exercise like this and you want to ease yourself, just use the major scale. You can start with where we are we, major scale of B. To open up your fingers. Or you could use your chromatic scale. To open up, then you start again. Let's go to E. For E, I could do it do, re, mi, do, re, mi. A, do, re. So A, do, re, mi. For A, I can do it because I'm doing it here. I'm very sure for A, I might not be able to do it here. Oh, it worked. So for A, it worked. Do, re, mi, re, do, re, mi, re. Then for A, we have D. It worked. Do, re, mi, re, do, re, mi, re, do, re, mi, re, do. So an exercise. Then for G, very easy. Back to C. All right, do you see? So now, the most important thing about this exercise is the metronome. You have to always use metronome. So this my metronome here is playing 100 beats per minute. So I could do do, re, mi, re. An exercise. I could do do, re, mi, block form. Or I break it. Next one. Do, re, mi, re, do, re. So if you can't get to that mi, try and do, re, you try and stretch, then you go back. So just make it an exercise for yourself. That's the goal here. It does something to your fingers. It makes them free when it comes to speed and you want to move and use that finger. They are readily available for you to use. So you do it on all 12 keys like that with a metronome. Then something else you want to add on your right hand is you're going to be playing these notes. You're going to be playing those notes on your right hand. So that was step 1. So step 2, on your right hand, you're going to be you're taking this shape, see it as a shape, or you take the sophas. Do, re, so, ti. So in the key of C. So I'm ascending and descending. See the fingers I'm using. Yeah. 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. You go to F. For F. That's for F. You go to B flat. For B flat, do, re, so, ti. You see, the more you move, you find out that they are difficult. This for B flat. So you kind of open up your fingers, giving you this ability. It's going to strain you. So you want to stay. So this is how professionals practice. They do not just become what they are by night. And if you can't start with 100, always learn to reduce your metronome. So I'm going to reduce this to 80. So you see, very slow. Get the finger I'm using. The finger. Same thing I started with. Then this is B flat. You go to E flat also. You are really gonna notice you will notice your shoulder, you notice the stretch, you notice the discomfort. Then you go to A flat as well. This is for A flat. So following the metronome. That exercise. We're not playing any song here. These are the things I do. Take my time playing them. Go to C sharp. This for C sharp. You go to F sharp. This for F sharp. You go to for B. So do re sol ti. Music finger 1, 2, 4, 5. Then you go to E now. So you're really gonna notice the discomfort in a lot of keys. A. You want to take your time. So what is really happening here is your eyes are looking at the keys. You're teaching yourself how to concentrate, play slow, look at notes. Do re. This is on do re, sol ti. Do re sol ti, da da. Do re sol ti. Do re sol ti, da. Do re sol ti, da 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 da. You take it to D. For D. So another thing that this exercise does for you is it helps you. So now you are still in that journey of learning how to play on all 12 keys. So because the chord the shape you're taking is a do re sol ti. So now and you're doing it on D, do re sol ti. The more you practice it, the brain is recognizing that in the key of D. This is the do, this is the re, this is the sol ti. So even the day you're going to try to demonstrate to play on D, the brain will remember that this is the 5. A whole step below the 5 is the 4. Then you have the 1. You see, the key of D. So it's just not an exercise for the fingers alone. It's also helping your muscle memory. All right. So you do that everywhere till you get back to C chromatically, or you use the circle of 4th and 5th. Then after doing that, you want to do it on your both hands. Yeah. Don't always shy away from both hands. So for your both hands, again, for the very first exercise we did, also you try for both hands too. See? So you feel the strength. How you do? Do, the exercise sounds so simple, but trust me, the more you're playing it, you feel that you're stretching. Don't worry, you see the result. Okay, it's part of the course. Not just playing songs and moves. Also, exercise is also part of the journey. So on C sharp, I could also do do. So I can't get to that chord. Oh, I can't get there. We just do mi, re, do, re. Then I pick just the mi, re, do. As an exercise, you do this. You should have a list of your exercise. Do this and do some other exercise you have on your list, and you see that your hands are going to be free. And like I said, if you feel this straining, if you feel discomfort, then you quickly play your chromatic scale. It helps open up your fingers, or you play your major scale on every key. There's also a video where I broke down how to do this on all 12 keys. So I could quickly do this to kind of open up my see, as an exercise. This can even be my intro. Somebody get a little sharp. You see? So these are some of the things you hear those guys where you're like, oh, why is she doing that? Why is she doing that? You see? These are where all of those moves comes in from. So these are exercises. So you want to also practice this together. So you bring it on your left. You see? So again. So we'll do the left hand separately, right hand separately, together. Make it an activity. You can see I was falling out of the metronome. I had to wait, slow down, and make sure I was back with the metronome. This is how you make mistake when you're playing and you don't follow the one drummer. You slow down, you listen to the metronome, which is your drummer in this case, to put you back. Then you go to C sharp. You're gonna do this on all 12. Start slow. So start slow. To get to a level where your muscle will pick it from you, your muscle memory, and play it for you. Then you want to go to an F. You see, this is how you're going to move it till you get back to C. You see?